Biodiversity. Biodiversity is the number and the variety of organisms found in an area. Biodiversity, two parts. Bio, it means life. Diversity, it means variety. Biodiversity is important for sustaining life on Earth because it prevents any one species from throwing out the balance of the nature. The greater the number of different species in a habitat, the greater its biodiversity. For example, the biodiversity in the rainforest is larger than in the desert. The rainforest has more biodiversity than the desert. Throwing out one species from the rainforest will not affect other species because its biodiversity uh, is larger. For example, for example, cutting down one tree from the rainforest will not affect the species living there, but cutting down one tree from the desert will affect the species living there. So healthy environment has a diverse set of animal and plants, all depending on one other. The second part was variation. What is variation? The differences between living things of the same species is called variation. Humans belong to the same species, have things in common, all have two eyes, nose, two ears, but they have differences in their outer features. Your friend and your friends and your classmates may have different eye color and hair color. Some will be boys and some will be girls. Some will be tall, some will be short. This is called variation. Individuals of the same kind differ in their characteristics, and sometimes the differences give individuals an advantage in surviving and reproduction. If we looked at plants, we can find that they have differences. What way do plants vary? In many ways, shade of green, color of flowers, and size of plant, and so on. For example, you have two plants, one of them with a large number of flowers and a second plant with a few number of flowers. Of course, flowers are responsible for making seeds. So the plant will have more young. Of course, the plant with large number of flowers has a large number of seeds. Um, we can conclude that some differences give an advantage for survival and for reproduction. In this picture, these animals, we can find that they have a variation or differences too. They are different in the color of the fur. White is only option for camouflage in the ice. So the polar bear has more probability to survive in the polar area. Polar bears also have bigger feet, which are more suited to gripping gripping ice. So this variation help the polar bear to survive in the polar habitat. This fox, what characteristics will make a fox a good hunter and able to feed itself and its young? For example, fast movement, good eyesight, good night vision, good camouflage, ability to stand very still, sharp, strong teeth and jaws, good sense of smell, intelligence. Imagine an area where there are a lot of rats and mice to eat, but lots of foxes. So the competition for food is great. If a fox was born with a slightly poorer eyesight and another perhaps with slightly weaker legs, who will win in the competition? The fox with poor eyesight or with good eyesight? Of course, the one with good eyesight will get the food and survive in its environment. That was a summary for our lesson. طيب, let's start.